Welcome back to Outnumbered. The Kentucky clerk who was jailed for refusing to issue same-sex marriage licenses. She is free, but her legal battle is raising some big questions about religious exemptions on the job. This has some saying more must be done to make accommodations for people of faith, or we'll see more incidents just like hers. All right, so David, what do you think about this? How has this been handled in the great state of Kentucky?
This is difficult because on the one hand, she went to jail for her beliefs. Good for her. That's a hard thing to do. It's never easy to go to jail, even if it's just for a couple of days. But on the other hand, I think it was kind of like the nonviolent resistance that we saw back in the civil rights movement, not to compare her with Martin Luther King, but he did that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she's doing that sort of thing. But is she a martyr? No. Is she a great hero? I wouldn't say so. I think, again, good for her for standing up for her beliefs, but you have to follow the law if you're in that position, and she wasn't. If you disagree with the law, you have a choice. You can either quit or go to jail. She decided to go to jail. It takes a strong amount of gumption to do that, but is she a hero for it? I don't think so.
Yeah. Dangerous slippery slope legally, but politically it's very interesting. What do people like Governor Huckabee and Senator Cruz get out of making this their cause célèbre?
I think that they're trying to shore up the evangelical base and obviously religious voters. I'm just not sure this is the best way to do it. I mean, this is very different than the Hobby Lobby case. She took an oath. She is part of the government, and it is her job to follow the law. By doing what she's doing, she's essentially rewriting the law. And she does not have a right, and I say this as a Christian, she does not have a right to unilaterally decide who gets married and who doesn't, and unilaterally rewrite what is already law.
Yeah.
And I do think if Christians are going to fight, they need to fight the cases, one, that are really on the grounds, like the Hobby Lobby case, but two, as conservatives, the politics of this, they need to stay focused, and the right needs to stay focused on issues where it really matters. I mean, we have to be careful because we're also criticizing a lawless, rogue administration. I don't like when the right becomes hypocrites.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be consistent. If you're going to criticize the administration for not following the law, you can't also defend someone just because she's on your side and she's not.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it seems like they are doing a bit of abstracting, but where do we go from here? You know, where does either side go from here? And, you know,
in terms of these kinds of issues?
Yeah.
Well, you know, getting back to this case, I mean, the law already said, by the way, she should just ask to be transferred if she doesn't want to do the job. The law already has sensible accommodations in the Civil Rights Act. And it says, yes, we can accommodate your religious convictions so long as it doesn't present undue hardship to your boss, meaning you can get transferred to another job. I think that's what she could have asked for. And the problem is she wouldn't let clerks issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples.
Including her son.
Even if those clerks is saying to themselves, this is my religious conviction, to give these individuals same-sex licenses.
Maybe there's some sort of a compromise that they can reach in this situation, because I respect her and I understand if she has a religious belief and she feels convicted about it and she doesn't want to go against her religion, then she shouldn't have to be forced to, and she should not have to be forced to get another job because of that.
But she'd be transferred and not issue licenses in that same
but maybe
position.
there's a compromise
be forced to not get married then?
Maybe there's a compromise within the agency. Even though she doesn't want other people to stamp her name as an elected official on the marriage licenses, maybe her second in command, who does agree with it and has no problem with it,
But she won't let them do that. But she's saying no to that.
What I'm saying is there should be a compromise where she doesn't have a choice in that issue. I understand she doesn't want her name stamped on it. Fine, you don't have to do it. But your second in command, maybe who doesn't have a problem with it, could stamp.
Can I ask something totally superficial here?
Yeah.
Why is she a Democrat? Can anybody figure that one out?
What if, where does it end though? Where does it end? You know, what if it's a Scientologist who says, I will not grant a marriage license to someone I know is taking
what if it's a Christian who doesn't believe in divorce and won't issue a marriage license? Or what about if it's someone who won't issue a gun permit, who doesn't believe in the Second Amendment? I mean, you have to be very careful. She cannot essentially, what she's doing is rewrite a law for a county. She does not have that power,
but then
she does not have
a law. It's not a law because it's convenient for you because you agree with someone.
I agree.
She does have. There is freedom of religion. There is certainly freedom of expression. Absolutely.
I think maybe this might propel her into public speaking. She could get hired to be a speaker for a lot of pro-life groups or for Christian organizations. She could make a lot of money doing that. Maybe this will propel her to do something else where she can have a voice and attract more people that agree with her.
All right. Very good. An interesting case that rolls on and on. And now we move to a rally on the steps of Capitol Hill in opposition to the Iran nuclear deal, set to kick off at the top of the hour. Why this may still matter, even as it appears the president has the votes to secure the deal. Plus, Trump and Jeb, mano a mano again. Bush's reaction to the Donald's latest attack video. Can Bush take the high road here? And should he? We will discuss.